in this video we are going to learn about things required. That means what are the tools required to build any agentic AI solution, as well as the evaluation model, how you are going to evaluate agentic AI models. Because normal random evaluation, right, like we used to do for machine learning models or LLMs, is not something that is possible with agentic AI, as it's kind of a task completion, right, or subjective rather than objective things. Okay, so let's see first the tools. Okay, so in tools, as you can see, for the building blocks of agentic AI models will be LLMs. That will be your very close friend when it comes to building the agentic AI workflow. That means in each of the steps or each of the segment that you choose for your agentic AI workflow will be accumulating with a lot of LLM building blocks. Okay, that can be used for your text generation. That will be required, right? Text generation will be required. Then some using of tools, some information extractions, something like that, and you along with it, for to complete all other tasks there will be some helper task will be required. Let's say invoice extraction, right? In that case, what you have to do, you have to use modules, some pre-built ML AI modules like PDF to text conversion, text to speech, image analysis, image synthesis, something like that. Okay, so these models will be required. In case of tools, you will be requiring a lot of this API support for your web search, so that you can combine, let's say you have LLM plus web search, right? Something like this, and it will become a step or building block. Then again it comes, let's say, data collection, data plus another LLM, right? Something like this. So this is step 2. So these things will be required when we are going to build step by step agentic AI workflow, right? Then again, let's say some email notification you have to send at the end of the task. For that, also you will be requiring those APIs to send back the emails or response back, right? Then checking calendars, all those stuff. So these are nothing but your API calls. And for information retrieval, what will be required? You can gather information or retrieve information from your knowledge base. That's your KV knowledge base. Okay, knowledge is everything. Then आपको will be also required the databases. Okay, from where you will be requiring the tabular data. There can be RAG for your vector data retrievals. That means your document search can be done using RAG. Okay, you can also use graph, right? You can also use graph data extraction, like Neo4j kind of database and databases also for extraction of your information. So these tools will be required. And also for doing any kind of basic calculation or doing some data analysis kind of work in your agentic AI workflow, right, you also need to do some code execution as well. So these are the building blocks or the tools mostly we'll be using throughout the course, and I thought it will be a good idea to just give you guys a heads up what are the tools and technologies we are going to use in this course. And now let's come to the evaluation part. So as you can see in any images, right, it's very complicated and complex when it comes to agentic AI evaluation, how you can evaluate a system that's you are designing for completing some task, right? It's kind of evaluation. Let's say from an employer stand of view, it's kind of evaluation of an employee kind of thing, right? So it's not a straightforward okay, if it is greater than 0.7, then pregnant, less than 0.7 non-pregnant, something like that, right? It's not a classification regression or some clustering or whatever day-to-day things you use, that kind of thing. So to give you a better understanding, right, I asked ChatGPT, right, how we can evaluate agentic AI. So yeah, I'll honestly suggest use LLMs as much as can in your studies as well, to rephrase what you are trying to study, and to get better material to study, rather than just following some courses and all. Okay, so as you know that for agentic AI, the main capacity of any agentic AI workflow is your decomposition of the task. That means segmentation or distribute the task, okay, step by step, and then plan. Then it has to make some adaptive decision making, as we have mentioned in the degree of freedom video, right? There will be some kind of dependency on the agents, so that agents can take decisions on their own if you are not previously pre-feeding what all the decisions has to be done in that application. Then integration, as we have just seen here, right? Multiple APIs, then database, then other AI models infusion, right? So same thing is written here, integration and your error handling and self reflection. That means the loop that's going on, right? The review and again pass. So these are the core capability of any agents, agentic AI solutions. So what can be my evaluation? Our evaluation can be one will be let's say be realistic, programmatic. Okay, I know the output. Okay, in case of customer, let's say customer facing application, or let's say Swiggy or Zomato, where any customer query comes, it has to provide output, and in that output, let's say I can do a evaluation kind key. I know it's a reply from Swiggy, so I'll never use any rival company's name in the output. Okay, that can be one evaluation, that kind of thing. Or if it is a query related to let's say refund, so I will count key. Okay, in every output, okay, if the category is like this, in the output I need the refund value. So if the agent is providing the return value at the very fast at the very last of the application stage, that means the final output, I will just mark it as a success, or else I'll mark it as failure. So we can make evaluation factors like this in our application frame. So that will be our objective task, and subjective will be, let's say, review from human review load. Or you can also ask one LLM to review your final application. Okay, and let's say you ask them to rank it from 1 to 10, and based on the rating you select your evaluation. So these two kind of things in evaluation you can see. So I have found some interesting read in Coursera, so I'm taking some examples from there. So as you can see, you have some customer query, you have some LLM response, and if the competitor in response, that means as I mentioned, if you have Swiggy, let's say Swiggy, oh my god, I need one style. Okay, so if you have Swiggy and the Swiggy customer support, the agentic AI, right, workflow is mentioning Zomato, then I will just mark it as failure. Okay, I don't want this name in the output, then it's a cross. Okay, so it's a cross. So that's how your object error detection can be done. Like, you will just give the list of the competitors, and you will see, okay, these names are found. So it's a simple Python program, right? And the next one will be let's say you use another LLM application. Okay, you use another LLM application, and whatever output you get here, right, whatever output you get here, you just give it as an input for this LLM, and you ask, okay, chalo bhai, rate it. Very pathetic. So you ask them to rate, and based on the rating, whatever rating you are getting, right, if you have a scale, let's say 1 to 10, you can also define. So it will be a more subjective and much more better evaluation criteria than the objective one, where you can also do a combination of all those things, right? We'll be discussing while in the code, we're going to write, or build applications. In that videos we'll be discussing more about all of this, but it will just give you a higher level surface understanding. And the another one that I wanted to touch base, that also I found, okay, how you have to evaluate, as your agentic AI is combination of steps of AI agents. So one evaluation will be component level, one will be end-to-end level, right, final and component. So that individually also you can correct, and overall you can also correct. And as I have just mentioned, one will be your objective evaluation, one will be your subjective evaluation. Okay, so this two is much more if you can remember this two, and if someone asks in your interview regarding your application, if you can frame this two in a very good way, I think it's more than enough for you to know, and there's nothing higher or deeper than this needs to be known at this point of time, right, when you are just introducing yourself into agentic AI world and all those. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video. I hope I'll